Yo, what is going on, fans and coaches of the ASL? My name is Hutcher322 here, and I'm bringing you guys yet another ASL video. Today we have the ASL Season 5, Week 8. It's on my screen and I can't even... Whatever. ASL Season 5, Week 8 weekly recap, and for you guys, like I said, we have it. And yeah, this is a little bit late, going up on later on Friday. But we had some complications, games needing extensions due to newer coaches, and all that good stuff, and then just me being a master procrastinator. Pro-masticator. I don't even know. I tried to make a pun. It was bad. Oh well, we're going to hop into this 401030502060. So yeah, for the first game we got the Portland Timbers and the Slow Bohemians. The Slow Bohemians were able to pick up 6 kills with Como and a nice 4-0 victory for TJ. It is not going, or Como is not a weekly hero because it has already been one, but let's just go ahead and hop into it. So we got Garboder and Extra leading out here. Extra is going to go for the Iron Head as Garboder is going to set up some spikes. Could have definitely gone for the Earthquake there, but doesn't care. So TJ is going to go out into his Goregeist to spin block and then going to go for the C-Bomb. Zard comes out here. Zard is going to go for a powerful Air Slash, which does a fair amount of damage to this Moltres. It is not a 2-KO as this Moltres is especially defensive, but it is going to get flinch, which is definitely unfortunate because TJ did click the Ancient Power. Would not have killed the Zard, but it definitely would have done a little bit of damage. So Zard is going to claim the first kill of the match onto the Garboder. As Rabombi comes out, scared of the Hidden Power Rock, which is what comes out. Going to go into the AV Excadrill, as Goregeist has so kindly revealed to us. And Goregeist is going to have to go right back out here, so I'm going to pull the swap into my Megazard. Y is going to go for an Air Slash, and Zard is going to get another kill. So Rabombi comes out, as TJ is going to make the prediction that Excadrill will come out. Very, very good on his part. And Slowbro is going to come out, and Swords Dance is going to come out from the Como. Going to try and predict the Dragonium Z. Unfortunately, TJ is an absolute man, and is going to go for a Swords Dance into Rock Polish. And then out comes the Slowbro here, which the Como is going to go for the Devastating Drake here, and is going to high roll the Fortress. Otherwise the Fortress would have been able to red card out the Como, thus preventing the sweep. But you know, you don't always get what you want, and then you just have a Como sweeping your entire freaking face. You're gonna go ahead and see, boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead. Everything dies, just everything. Bye, goodbye. Maybe a confusion? Nah, Como does not care at all. Gonna break through the first time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, here comes Slowbro. Maybe. Nope, doesn't. Come on, just doesn't care. It doesn't care. It's gonna get 6 kills in this match, as the Slow Bohemians are gonna win 4-0 over the Portland Timbers. So for the second match, we got the St. Louis Swablues and the Hartford Whalmers, and Malone is going to fall, but he does get 4 kills with his Togekiss, which is definitely impressive. But TCP is gonna pull out the nice 1-0 victory in a very close match. So we're going to see Hariyama and Primarina leading. So Malone doesn't want to take a Moonblast right now, that's for sure. As TCP will fire it off, Malone is going to go out and do his Rotom, and it is going to get low rolled from that second Moonblast, going to be living and then firing off a Volt Switch. Very unfortunate for TCP. But Togekiss does opt to go for the Dazzling Gleam. It's going to do quite a lot to the Rotom, but Malone is just going to opt to sack his Rotom Mo. It's a good chance to do it because now he gets initiative, as Dazzling Gleam will be able to kill this Primarina. I'm going to have to guess that this is a Choice Specs Togekiss. That is the only thing that would make sense why it's doing that much damage. Hariyama is going to lose its leftovers here, and the Mega Beedrill is going to go for U-turn, getting out into the Zygarde, as Hariyama opts to go for a Toxic, predicting the swap. Probably into Aromatisse was the prediction there, but I'm sure Malone is okay with getting a Toxic off on this Zygarde. And Palossand could fire off a Shadow Ball if it opts to, but it's going to go for a Shore up here. TCP is going to miss the Hydro Pump and is going to get Toxic, so definitely not what he wants to see here. Malone is going to go out into his Togekiss, knowing that the Water type move is coming out here. He knows he can take it, and he can fire off a Dazzling Gleam if he wants to. So he's going to fire off that Dazzle Gleam. It does a lot to Aromatisse. That's definitely Choice Specs Togekiss. I can confirm that without a shadow of a doubt. So Aromatisse is going to go for a Wish. It is not going to die to another one, so Malone wants to go offensively out into his Deontay, which is going to be able to Mega here, and can go ahead and go for a Moonblast, which does a lot of damage, pretty much guaranteeing that this is a physically defensive Aromatisse. At least I would believe so. But the Aromatisse cannot do anything right now, and Rotom is going to come out, Dragon Dance, as Rotom is going to be able to Volt Switch here. It's the Crunch is not going to kill. Malone knows this is good. He's going to go aggressive out into his Palossand, and I would make another swap here. But he's just going to opt to go for the Shadow Ball, so he just feels that his Palossand is not useful anymore. He's just going to want the extra toxic damage onto this Rotom. He's going to make a nice play into for Alligator just to get more poison damage on this thing, and then he's going to go for the Crunch, getting rid of the Rotom. Malone is up 5-4 at this point. TCP is going to go for the U-turn, just keeping up the momentum, or trying to gain back some momentum. He's going to take a close combat with his Infernape, so the Hariyama will not be able to kill, and the Hariyama does not have Bullet Punch either. So then we see the Togekiss come out, and Malone knows that that was a bulky, I'm going to guess that was a bulky ape. I mean, yeah, that has to be Choice Specs Togekiss. But TCP is going to get flinched here, which is really unfortunate. He knows he's got to keep the Zygarde alive, though. And Aromatisse will be here to suffer for it, as Togekiss will be able to pick up another kill. And then Zygarde will come out, which then Palossand comes out. Malone is just going to sack this thing. Extreme Speed not going to be effective, so Malone is going to force him to 1,000 Arrows or something like that. Then he's just going to get Shadow Ball damage off on this Beedrill, which will put it into Aqua Jet range if Malone has it. We're going to see Gator come out here. It's not going to take the Poison Jab, so Malone is in a lot of trouble right now. He's going to go out and do his Togekiss, so it actually is Choice Scarf Togekiss. That's just really offensive Togekiss. Oh my god. I've never noticed how hard it hits. So then we're going to see Deontay come out here, and Deontay is not going to be at a range of health to live that extreme speed. So yeah, a couple little things at the end that Malone could have done better to possibly prevent the Zygarde sweep, but good on TCP for knowing his win con throughout the game and keeping it alive. So that is going to be game 1-0 to the Hartford Whalmers. Then we got the Washington Whalers and the Houston Hoopas. And AZ spreading out his kills fairly well. But going to pick up the nice 3-0 victory over the Washington Whalers. And let's see how it went down. So we got Mienshao against Scizor here. Mienshao just wants to go for the fake out, see what kind of Scizor this is. Maybe it's lefties. It is lefties. Cam brings lefties a lot. He hasn't brought offensive Scizor a ton, which is kind of sad because offensive Scizor hits so hard. But Heatran is going to come out. Heatran does not fear the superpower, not at all. And this Heatran is packing the Dark Pulse. I love it, AZ. Nice and heat. It is unfortunately not going to be able to 2-hit KO this Jellicent. But he's going to get the flinch to compensate for it, I guess. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Assault Vested Meloetta. As the Rotom is going to go for a Volt Switch, get out into the Skuntank and try and just like trap this thing with a Pursuit. As he's actually not going to go for the Pursuit, he's just going to go for a Crunch, which does a lot of damage to the Scizor. And if AZ has the fire move, he'll go for it right there. There it is. So we're going to see the first kill in the match, 9 turns in. And Sneasel is not able to kill the Skuntank, but for justice, for all of the hacks that have been going against Cam, we're going to see a flinch into crit. I don't think the crit is justified, but I think the flinch was. We're going to see the Licky go for the Wish here, trying to heal up the Skuntank, as AZ will get the opportunity to heal up the Skuntank, which is what he wants to see. Getting it a nice crunch off, 65%. And this Jellicent is dying next turn. Even with the burn, the defense drop is simply too much for this thing to deal with. Meloetta is going to come out. Meloetta does not like taking the crunch, even though Skuntank is burned. And then Sucker Punch will be able to pick off the Meloetta. So AZ setting himself up in a good spot. But Sneasel will be able to come in here for the revenge kill, and then Aerodactyl can come out. So Cam doesn't want to lose his Sneasel. just yet. He's going to go for Stone Edge, gets rid of the Jellicent. And AZ's going to make a great play here, going for the substitute. As the Smeargle will now essentially die for nothing. He predicted the Sash, and we're going to see Parting Shot here. So maybe the Smeargle can stay alive. But the Arrow will be able to get rid of the Sneasel. Even with the -1 attack, it just doesn't matter. It's a stab Stone Edge to a Sneasel. And we're going to see Heatran come out on the Latios. So Latios is going to go for a Dragon Dance here. And go for an Earthquake, get rid of the Heatran. I don't know if that crit mattered. I don't know. So we're going to see the Meloetta go for a Fake Out. And it looks right now that Cam might have this game in the bag. He's going to go for a Fly, which is a really interesting play. I'm really surprised that he didn't click Dragon Claw to begin with, because Dragon Claw would have killed Meloetta, or not Meloetta, but Mienshao, because now Mienshao can just come in, revenge it, and fake it out, and obviously Smeargle is going to die to that. So that is going to be the game. AZ taking a nice victory over Washington Whalers and Cam Wailord. If Cam clicks Dragon Claw on that Mienshao, that's a completely different game because the Shadow Ball damage doesn't come off here. And there's a chance that Cam wins the game. So, interesting plays indeed, but yeah. And then for you guys, we got the PC Barcelona, or Pokemon Club Barcelona, taking on the Utah Hoots. And Shadow going to get a nice dominating 5-0 victory with the help of his Celesteela, getting 5 kills for him. So let's go ahead and hop into it. We got Mega Venusaur and Mega Heracross leading off the 2 Megas. So we're going to see him on top get a nice Intimidate off. Maybe it's Assault Vest. We will have to see in due time. And, oh, yawn. I don't even know I'm yawning. It's not even late when I'm recording this. So, Swellow is going to get absolutely body bagged by this Thunder right here. Certainly Shadow wasn't expecting that thing to outspeed. And he's going to go out into Celesteela as the Mega Venusaur is out here. So Mega Venusaur's got to go out into the Galvantula. Shadow sets up an Autotomize. And we will see what happens. So Shadow's going to make a nice play. He's going to bait the Thunder. Because Susie's in a position where he doesn't get to predict there. You just simply don't. And he's going to get the momentum out into his Hippowdon. He's going to make the Rock Slide play, which is interesting. I don't really know why he's staying in here. He's being pretty bold. He's going to go right out into Celesteela now. So just force it into a spot where it has a Synthesis probably was his goal. And we're going to see Air Slash do a lot to this Galvantula. So basically once Galvantula dies, Celesteela wins. So that's probably what Shadow's going to work towards here. And Celesteela is going to come right back out. Shadow's trying to bring this thing in as much as he can. Does not want to be Thunder Waved. So he's going to go out to his Drudagon, which is a very good play. Because, yeah, Celesteela is 100% your win con. So Drud is going to get the Stealth Rocks, just, you know, help the potential swap or sweep. We're going to see a Dragon Tail as Rhyperior comes out. Rhyperior is going to set up the Rock Polish. So Susie may be trying to get a sweep here. I think it's a little early because Mega Heracross is going to eat up this Rock Slide. And, yeah, Bullet Seed is going to eat right through this thing. Weakness Ball, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe if it was close combat over Bullet Seed, but, yeah, it's definitely not going to matter. So we got Tauros coming out here. Tauros will outspeed. Susie's going to double out into Alomomola. Possibly predicting the Drudagon, because Drudagon is the obvious swap from Tauros. Shadow is not going to get the Dragon Tail that he probably would have liked, and is going to get paralyzed. So that's not terrible because he's going to burn the Wish. But now Shadow's getting absolutely zero progress right now. He's going to get an Earthquake off, which doesn't matter because the Venusaur gets healed up anyways. But out comes the Celesteela. Like, Shadow is putting himself in a position to weaken the Galvantula every single time, which is exactly what he needs to do. He's going to set up the Autotomize here. And we will see if he opts to go for the Fire type move, which is probably his best play. But he's going to go out into Drudagon. So Shadow is playing as carefully as possible with his Celesteela, making sure that he sets up at the 100% right time. And Drudagon is going to take this Leech Seed. Probably doesn't want to, but it doesn't really get a choice. It's the way the game works. And Mega Venusaur is going to go for a Sludge Bomb here. As out comes Hippowdon, Shadow just probably wants to hinder how much Synthesis can heal. We're going to see a nice Poison from Sludge Bomb there. It's got the same odds to Poison as Scald does to Burn, so you can imagine how likely it is. And Celestial likely just going to click the Atomize again, but it's actually going to go for the Air Slash and miss. Out on some crucial damage. That definitely would have been nice. But yeah, the Hippowdon is going to gain some Black Sludge. So this thing is going to be definitely chipped down tremendously. So Celesteela is going to come out here, and Celesteela gets to set up on this thing pretty freely. Susie's going to make a passive play. If I were him, I would have gone right out into Galvantula, but I mean, there's nothing he could have really done to prevent it. Selly is just going to go for another Atomize just to make sure that it outspeeds a Scarf Galvantula. So Shadow is going to take the Wild Charge, and now he's going to go for his Z move just to make sure that he kills the Tauros. That's the correct move, because now he's got a +1 special attack boost. And an Air Slash is going to be able to kill this Mega Venusaur. And now he's got another special attack boost. And now it is all over but the crying. And Flash Cannon, down it goes. Obviously, Susie can't go out and do the Galvantula. I mean, he can. It's just going to die because the Celesteal is so fast already. So, yeah, Shadow playing that pretty much perfectly. I mean, he didn't lose anything but the Swellow. And by losing Swellow, he figured out Galvantula was Scarfed, which gave him the information that this, and this were able to come in, and he could bait more. So he's got the metal sound, you know, why not? You just get to destroy that thing. Resisted hit. Sully doesn't care. Look at it. It doesn't care. So it's gonna be a 5-0 victory for the Pokemon Club Barcelona as they improve to 4-4 at a 500 record. No, not 30. What is it? I forgot what the increments are. Oh, they're by 7s. I completely blanked. I even set this up. I should know how it works, shouldn't I? But anyways, for the 5th match, we have the Amsterdam Alakazams, which recently took over the St. Louis Samurott, coached by Brad. They're going to lose 2-0 to the Aussie Kangaskhan's and EN in a relatively close match, 2-0. But we'll see just how EN was able to get it done. So we're going to see Mega Kangaskhan against Empoleon. Mega Kang is just going to go ahead and go for the Drain Punch immediately. And Mylan is packing, whatever it is, packing the Rocky Helmet. I mean, pretty obvious. That's how you beat Mega Kang. You bring Rocky Helmet on him, at least one thing. And out comes Heracross, which Heracross is about to put in some work. It's going to go for the Facade here, which is going to two-shot the Lando pretty comfortably, but Mylan must have watched the game against Shadow where Ian brought HP Flying on his Lando. It's going to be the case again. Coco is going to come out into the Mandibuzz here, and Lando is going to not be able to hit the Mandibuzz. He's going to want to go out. There's no point in just staying on a Mandibuzz if you are a Landorus. So we're going to see Foul Play onto the Incineroar. Incineroar is then going to go for a knockoff, getting rid of Heracross's Flame Orb. I mean, that doesn't hurt Heracross in any way, shape, or form. Close Combat is just going to rip through this Metagross, and Heracross is just such a good breaker. It is fantastic at what it does. And so we're going to see some rocks be set up here. You know, Empoleon is going to eat its Choco Berry and is able to set up rocks itself. So definitely what Mylan wants to see here. His Empoleon is going to die, but that is relatively worth if he is planning to sweep with something offensive like Coco or something like that in the late game. So Mandibuzz can opt to go for a Roost or a Foul Play. It's going to go for the Roost though, as EN tried to predict the Defog here. It's not the case, and then Mandibuzz can just go ahead and kill this thing with a Foul Play. And then out comes a Roserade. Now, Milan is going to stay in, Toxic Spikes are going to go up, and Milan is going to go out into his Delphox, which is going to take a lot from that. It's going to be poisoned, it's going to take some rocks damage, and a very easy counter to Delphox is going to come out here, the Incineroar, but this is a Wish Delphox, so interesting stuff we're going to see here. The crit is going to kill the Mandibuzz. That crit does matter. I'm pretty sure it matters. I can't imagine it doesn't matter. Mandibuzz is pretty bulky. But Coco is going to avenge its fallen bird. And we're going to be at 4-4 right now. The Delphox is going to come out here. I'm going to guess that it's Choice Scarf. That makes the most sense to me. But based on the fact that it did not outspeed, I'm going to guess no. Tapu Koko comes out. Maybe it was Scarf, Deoxys Speed. You never know. You never know. I mean, that's only hitting like what, 750 speed. But we're gonna see Lando go for the U-turn as Heracross is gonna be in here pretty aggressively, but it doesn't matter because Deoxys Speed is going to kill it anyways. And Deoxys Speed pretty much just wins this game. Coco comes out, doesn't matter. Deoxys Speed is gonna be able to kill, but Ian doesn't want to risk the fact that this Coco is scarfed. And Mylan is gonna make the nice HP Ice play, so I mean he's gonna bring back some differential. He's gonna bring it within striking distance at the very least. And Mylan was scarfed, that is for sure. And Mamoswine can just go ahead and go for like a nice Ice Shard here. Ian's not gonna risk anything. He just wants the victory, as he's gonna be able to go out into his Mega King, lives the Ice Shard. Not even a crit would have killed that. And then Drain Punch is going to bring it high enough as the Parental Bond will be able to assist the Mega Kangaskhan with killing the Mamoswine, as that is going to be the game 2-0 for the Aussie Kangaskhan's. Work. Okay, so then for the 6th match, we have the Arcane Arcanines and the Denver Nummels. The Master, again, so very close to picking up his first victory. Not going to be the case. Minior is a weekly hero, picking up 3 kills, helping Ian get his fifth match win of the season. So we got Uxie and Porygon Z taking each other on. Uxie is just going to go for the U-turn as Porygon Z keeps it offensive, goes for the tri-attack. And Mega Scizor is going to come out here, goes for the knockoff into Steelix, which really does nothing. Steelix is a very good physical wall, as Steelix is going to take the U-turn as well, pretty well. So it's going to set up rocks then. The Master wants to try and put on the pressure with these rocks. Finny does get the taunt off, which is what Ian was probably hoping the swap in was going to be. But we're going to see U-turn on Manaphy, so it likely does not have setup. We will see. But Rotom is going to go for the Volt Switch, is not able to kill the Uxie, and Uxie does go for the Memento. So now Ian will be able to go out and do his Mega Scizor. But Manaphy goes for the Reflect. So we're going to see what conspires of this. Some interesting stuff going on here. It is dual screens Manaphy for sure now. And the Master is going to go for a U-turn. Maybe he can set up with his Porygon Z with this. Porygon Z is going to be able to get up one nasty plot, but Ian is going to interestingly go for the Moonblast. I figured he would taunt there, but that's not going to be the case. We're just going to see another tri-attack come out. It does so much damage. Porygon Z hits so hard. A crit is not going to be able to kill the Scizor. So I think this means that this is a choice specs Porygon Z. If I had to guess, because he'd probably run like tri-attack, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, HP Fire. Probably. So we're going to see Scizor go for the Roost here, as does not want to take an overheat from Rotom, and Demaster is just going to go for the Volt Switch. Good play. He's going to be able to get rid of the Finny. And Demaster's at a pretty good early lead, 6-4 right now. Garchomp has got to take on the Manaphy. Manaphy does go for the U-turn though. Gets out into Latios, so Latios will be able to put on a lot of pressure here. And Mega Latios is going to go for a Dragon Pulse, which is nothing to this Assault Vest Drapion. Demaster is going to stay in here, possibly predicting the Pursuit. But then the Drapion is going to go for a Payback, so very good prep on Ian's part, just making sure Pursuit into Payback would kill. As the Steelix will be able to come through and kill the Drapion, so like I said, Demaster is still holding a pretty good lead at this point. Ian goes for the knockoff, so that's all he has to hit this Steelix. And Steelix can go for a Fire Fang, doing good amount of damage. And yeah, Demaster's putting himself in a really good spot. He's going to try and predict the Garchomp swap. It's not going to be the case. We're going to see another Fire Fang. And Steelix should probably just Fire Fang until it dies, honestly. It's going to be sitting at about half when all is said and done. And another Fire Fang is going to crit and kill the Scizor. So Ian is in a pretty horrible spot right now. But Garchomp is going to try and bring this thing back. Outrage gonna kill the Steelix. Outrage not gonna kill the Alolan Marowak. But the Master can go for a Shadow Bone, which almost kills. And Outrage will kill the Marowak now. And out comes the Porygon Z. So Garchomp is going to hurt itself with confusion. And Demaster is going to lock himself into the Tri-Attack. So Tri-Attack is it's not going to do enough. And Shell Smash will come out here. And if only Demaster had gone Manaphy, he could have prevented this. But, or if he would have gone Rotom, he could have prevented this. Maybe something could have prevented this. But Ian is just going to be able to sweep through the rest of Demaster's team. Demaster is so close to that first victory. Ian is going to get out of the jaws of defeat this week, as he will pick up narrow 1-0, as Minior's really going to save him here. And then for the last week, we have our newest coach, a grand coach of the Kling Kling United, took over Cody's spot of the London Lapras. And, you know, what better way to start off your debut in a league by 6-0ing your opponent and improving yourself to 8-0 with a plus 31. I can't think of a better way. But 5 kills for Mudsdale, so very impressive stuff. You don't normally see that every day. And, yeah, let's see it. So we have Whimsicott and Thundurus here. Thundurus is going to go for a Thunder Wave, as Whimsicott does go for a Light Screen. Thundurus is going to try and set up a substitute here, possibly predicting like a Leech Seed, but Clefable is going to come out. Clefable takes absolutely nothing from the Whimsicott. I mean, to be expected. Clefable is a relatively bulky Mon. And then can go for a Stealth Rock, which will hinder stuff like the Zapdos. It'll hinder stuff like the Entei. This Whimsicott will likely defog here. It is going to defog, as out comes the Thundurus. Thundurus might have the Sludge Wave. Probably not, though, because he would have used it there. And Keister just really doesn't want to go out of his Whimsicott. He just doesn't see a reason to. I mean, why not? And Clefable is going to set the rocks back up, as Light Screen is going to come out here. It's not going to do enough. And then, you know, going to defog again. We're in a repetitive pattern here. Sorry about that little cut there, guys. But, yep. Thank God this is the last video, or this last replay, because I have to go after this. So, Jirachi is going to go for the U-turn here. And Zapdos is going to come out. You're just going to try and pressure the Suicune. But Whimsicott is going to come out here. And Grant is going to set up the substitute. So not what Keister wants to see. Suicune is going to go for the Protect. Just try and scout out if Keister wants to do anything funky. He's just going to go for the offensive. So Grant wants to try and scald this thing. He's not going to fish the burn. And now Light Screen is gone. So Grant can stay in, but he wants to go out into Clefable. Whimsicott is going to set the Light Screen up again. I mean, every time you force in the Whimsicott, it's going to be whittled and whittled and whittled. So Mudsdale is going to come out. The answer for the Jirachi is here. Keister is going to, interestingly, go out into the Megalopony, as Megalopony is his answer for Mudsdale. I'm going to be honest, I have never seen that in my life. He's going to sack his Megalopony. I guess he didn't deem it useful. But out comes the Clefable, and the Whimsicott is going to go ahead and get rid of the rocks on both sides. So for better or for worse, it's going to happen. Clefable is going to set the rocks up, go back out into the Mudsdale. Rocks up. And Grand does win this engagement every time this happens, because he does have the Rocky Helmet chip. He has this thing getting chipped down. Mudsdale gets rid of the Whimsicott, so now Grand's up 6-4. Hitmonchan is going to come out. Interesting that Keister is trying to beat a Staminamon by using physical attackers. But he's going to try and set up the bulk up here. But there is a Clefable in the back that is likely unaware. We will see. Yes, that is definitely unaware. So Clefable is going to go for the Wish. You know, just be safe, just in case. It's going to go for the Moonblast, and another will be able to kill. We will see if Keister is willing to let his Hitmonchan go down. He is. Really tough for him to break this Clefable at this point. He's got to get into the Jirachi, but every time Jirachi comes out, Mudsdale comes out. So Entei is going to try and fire off a big Banded hit, likely. I'd assume it's Banded. But it's going to go for a Toxic. It's going to miss, which is annoying, but you can only assume that the Suicune has Rest. So Grant is going to go for the Toxic here, and then is going to get Toxic here, and then goes for Hydro Pump. Another one is a roll. Grand doesn't want to risk it. I mean, there's no reason to, because you really want the Greninja to be able to pick off the Jirachi and the Entei, so those are still key components. As Clefable does go for the Wish and can afford to fire off a Moonblast here, but Grand doesn't want to risk anything, and the Zapdos is going to roar him out into the Mudsdale, so we're going to see Mudsdale do some more work here. Rock Slide is going to do a good amount, and Mudsdale honestly wins at this point. If the Zapdos can be dealt with decently, then yeah, Mudsdale should just pick up the win here. But Mudsdale, you know, coming back out as Jirachi is going to go for the Corkscrew Crash. It does literally 0, and we're going to see a defense boost, another defense boost, and then the Rocky Helmet. So this is not a winning battle. I mean, you know, the flinch, but it's probably going to stay sleeping anyways. Oh, there's another defense raise, as the Earthquake is going to be able to come through and kill. Entei comes out. There's no way Entei is breaking this unless it's a special set. Miss doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mean, it lives anyways. It did 13%. It did not matter. So we're going to see the Mudsdale go for a rest here, you know. Just play it safe because, you know, Grant, he wants to get the 6-0. Get that differential as sky high as you possibly can. So then we're going to see Entei go for the Sacred Fire. It's going to get this Mudsdale to +6. As Mudsdale is going to go for a Rock Slide. And then Grand can just click Rock Slide until he wakes up, which is going to be now. He's going to go for the Rock Slide and kill the Zapdos. Zapdos went for the Roar there, which is why Mudsdale sped. But yeah, that is going to be the game. Thank you guys all for watching. Whoa, I'm getting out of this intro really quickly. That is going to be the game. 6-0 for the Kling Klang United. Dang, I flew out of that game really quickly. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching this installment of the weekly recap. I'm very sorry it was late. Just a couple things that really prevented me from recording it earlier. Like I said, this last match was played on Wednesday night, so I didn't really have time to record then. Or it was played on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night busy, and then Thursday night procrastination is the only life, boys. So thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.